Hello, traveler in the void. Today we'll be doing a reading about the new reality that you will be stepping into now. Um, for the zodiac signs, we have Leo, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, and Gemini. This could be one of your big three, or if someone new is coming into your life, this could be one of their zodiac signs. I have already pre-shuffled the decks. I've already gotten everything prepared, so let's just start pulling cards. So let's see. First, we're starting with Tarot. We have the Seven of Cups in the present position, so maybe a couple options. Hermit in the future. Two of Swords in the mind. Decisions. That makes sense with the Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles at the subconscious, so you're holding on to something that is not allowing you to grow. Emperor. Interesting, in the external influences. King of Swords. I feel like with the outcome, that was in the outcome. I feel like, getting a bit ahead of myself here, but I feel like what that card is saying is like needing to be an authority in your own life and needing to make decisions in your life. But we will get there as we continue on. Let me just make this a little bit prettier for myself. Okay, let's get the confirmation. So yeah, also we have Judgment and Crossing energy too, so definitely a time to let go of things that are no longer serving you. A lot of holding on, a lot of waiting, maybe even manifesting. Page of Cups in the present position. Okay, interesting. No matter how hard I try not to make it a love reading, it always ends up being a love reading, some way, somehow. I mean, it makes sense for the time. I mean, we have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of planets in Pisces, and we, Pisces is a very romantic sign. Strength in the mind. So whatever decision you're making, you need to quiet the voices. Oh, Knight of Cups in the advice. Yeah, definitely something to do with love. No Two of Cups, though. Death. Okay, let me pick these up really quick. I'm just going to pause it because I kind of made a mess. Alright, I'm going to pull some Oracle cards here as well, see what we get. We have 3 Oracle decks, so first card, Roman Hand Amulet is what I believe this card is. Also, if you ever want to see the spreads, I do post them on Twitter. I'll be putting a link in the description. The handle is Enlighten Enlo, if you would like to find it yourself. But I do post the spreads on Twitter, so you can see what they look like. Quickening. This is the picture for Quickening. Kind of like some, yeah, I don't know, like space desert stuff. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see what, sorry about that. Let's see which chakras are involved in this. Let's see if there's any people involved in this. Let's see. Well, obviously there's someone involved in this. We have the Page and Knight of Cups. 6th chakra, intuition, psychic, soul, indigo, ether, moon. So you could be getting dreams. You could be getting messages from the divine. Maybe there's just this intuitive feeling that you just know something's happening. Base chakra, survival, rage, stability, lower body, earth, and Saturn. So you could be feeling a bit of rage at the moment. We did have the Emperor, and there's a bit of like loss here. You could feel like you maybe not super. Crown chakra, enlightened bliss, astral communication, psychic, violet purple, Jupiter, God. So definitely the divine is involved in this. Maybe I feel like you may have a bit of imbalance, pain and sorrow. Pain and sorrow. So yeah, there is definitely some kind of sorrow, pain, rage, maybe an imbalance with the base chakra. And I think, if there's an imbalance with the base chakra, then there's going to be an imbalance with the crown chakra because they are polar opposites. And you might want to do some meditations. You might want to do some sort of cleansing or alignment. Yeah, something for that. Just so whatever communication you're getting from the divine, just make sure you're actually getting the proper message, because sometimes we allow our minds to muddy up the message at times. Okay, I didn't get another card, so I guess that's it for that deck. Let's see here. Let's see. So we have Roman Hand Amulet. Sorry about that. Number 9. Okay, so this is ruled by Mars and Jupiter. I came, I saw, I conquered. The need to compete and dominate. See, we're getting that rage again. So it's competition. Interesting. Let's keep reading. Energetic, powerful, and innovative. There is an ability to make changes when change is needed. Assertiveness, drive, and ambition need constant stimulation, little tolerance for sameness or inactivity, fear or awe of spirit world. Fear or awe of spirit world. Interesting. We got the crown chakra and the sixth chakra, which are two very spiritual chakras. Both feminine chakras as well. Maybe, and I kind of got when we got the Four of Swords in the device, I kind of got, that card could also be, prayer or meditation or manifestation. And I kind of got that from that card. You could be trying to manifest someone with the Knight of Cups. Maybe. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting off of it. Not trying to put your business out there. But yeah, maybe you're feeling a bit of pain from something. Yeah, okay, we're going to get into it. I'm just seeing a lot of things here. Okay, so competition is in the air. You want to conquer, you want to dominate, and you want to change what you currently have so far. Number 5, quickening. You can never really teach a warrior about the unknown with words. You must use experience. But if you look into the eyes of a woman of power, you may catch up with her a little. She has years of truth ahead of you. However, her eyes can quicken you like a river heading towards the rapids. Open yourself with love, not with understanding. Where was I? You cannot love with your mind. Listen from your heart. Listen from your heart. Okay, I thought there was going to be a comma there. Listen from your heart. If a camel is walking down a path and another camel passes him, the first camel will go faster to keep up. This is how power works. Don't learn everything with your mind. Quicken your spirit by letting go of attachments and move to a stronger vibrational power. Interesting. Yes. Competition. Power. Not wanting to lose. Interesting. So, this new chapter in your life seems like, I'm kind of getting the feeling like you feel like someone's taking your chapter away. I get the feeling that you think someone is taking what is rightfully yours, and you don't like it. Okay, let's get into the tarot. Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So in the past position, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you could have been talking to someone with the Page of Pentacles, maybe learning from them. Maybe you could have been, maybe you saw this person as a 10 of Pentacles kind of person. Maybe you saw a legacy with this person. Maybe they were everything that you desired and wished for, like fulfillment, right? But now with in the present position, you have the 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups. So maybe you have a lot of options, but maybe this person stands out a bit more than the rest. I also get this feeling that you don't quite know. Maybe this person also has options. I think I'm also getting that as well. Yeah, I think maybe you didn't realize how many options this person had. And now the story has changed. In the future position, we have the Hermit, and we have the 10 of Cups, sorry. So with the Hermit, the Hermit is a card of isolation. and is a card of healing, and is a card of going up towards the mountain to shine your inner light. And with the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, sorry. Tens are the beginning of a new cycle. So in numerology, it goes 0 to 9. And then 10 is 0 again. But like, it's not 0 again because you can't be 0 again, obviously. So it's 1, 0. So it's like, yeah, it's just a new cycle. It's like a continuation, right? It's like, so, and the Hermit is the number 9 card in the Major Arcana. So I feel like you're closing out a chapter that might have been pretty painful. And I think what you're being asked to do here is you're being asked to find happiness within yourself. I don't know if... I'm just going to give it to you straight. I don't think this person's coming back. I don't think this is... Why do I have to break the news? Why do I have to do it? Yeah, I think they're gonna go somewhere else. In your mind, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Strength card. So you could be at a stalemate right now. You could possibly not be trusting your intuition as much as you should be. Again, I feel like with that base chakra imbalance, and and there's nothing here telling me that it is imbalanced. It's kind of just intuitively what I'm getting from it. I think, if you're having any lower back pain, especially at the tailbone, or if like your hips are never quite comfortable, or maybe you're sitting in awkward positions all the time, base chakra, you need to cleanse it, you need to align it, and you need to empower it. And when you start with that one, do all the chakras, go all the way up. You know what, maybe I should put like advice for how to do that on Twitter. I might do that if you are interested in that. I have been doing this for many years now, and being in alignment with all your chakras in a straight line and having them all pointed where they need to be is very, very important, especially if you are an intuitive, because you feel it more than regular people. Anyway, so you have the Two of Swords and you have the Strength card. So you could be dealing with a lot of inner demons right now. You could possibly not be trusting your intuition. You could possibly not be trusting the messages you're getting from the divine. And it is causing you to shut everything out. You're just shutting everything out is what I'm getting from this. You're just shutting everything out, and you are just saying, I'll figure it out when the time comes, I guess. I feel like you are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you just have all this energy. You have all this energy and you want to put it somewhere. And I feel like you're struggling to channel it in the proper channels. And I think you should think about that before you make if you put any action towards something, before you put action towards something, I think you should really think about what you're doing before you do that. Because this new chapter could be great for you. You could have a good chapter. This is a time of death. This is a time of renewal. And if you're going to keep fighting for what is no longer serving you, then you're going to have a hard time, because we have the... One second. We have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card, again, is about hearing the call from the divine, which I have a feeling you might be having a hard time with. If you resonate with having an imbalanced base chakra, then this message is for you. But if not, move along, right? If it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't need to hear it in the comments saying, my base chakra is fine. I work about it. Okay, cool. Not advice for you, okay? This is a collective reading. We have 6 zodiac signs here, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's that simple. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. It's $20, and it will be one of the best readings you ever have in your entire life, okay? That's what everyone tells me. They always say, oh my God, this is a real reading. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Anyway, Judgment, and you have the 5 of Cups. So, yeah, I think the divine is definitely telling you to leave behind what is no longer serving you. You are mourning the death of something that at one point gave you fulfillment, but you are missing out on the opportunity behind you that could bring you fulfillment. And but with me personally, I feel like with you, what it could be is like not so much fulfillment, but I think you need to learn how to fill your own cup. You need to learn how to fill your own cup. You need to learn how to give yourself love, and give yourself fulfillment. And I think that's what the divine is trying to show you. Maybe this person at one point, I mean, I don't even know if they gave you fulfillment, because I mean, we don't have the Ace of Cups, we don't have the Two of Cups, so I'm feeling like, maybe this person was a special person. Maybe they were. But I don't think it really has the roots that it has anymore. I just don't think it does. I think there's we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Okay, I mean, well, that's different. Okay. I'm counting how many cup cards are there, how many pentacle cards are. So pentacle cards would be like material world, and so like very like physical. And the cup card would be more spiritual. And I do have this duality here of like spiritual and also physical, because we literally have the crown chakra and sixth chakra, but we also have the base chakra, which would be very physical. It's a very earth, chakra. So I think maybe okay, let me just go to the next part, because I think this next part is trying to portray what I'm trying to explain here. So in the subconscious, we have the Four of Pentacles, and then we also have the High Priestess. And this is what I was trying to get at. It's like, with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're holding on to the material, but the spiritual is what's kind of like trying to point you in another direction. But you're focusing more on the physical realm. You're focusing more on the physical realm. You're focusing more on the 3D. And I think you need to focus more, not focus more on the 4D. I'm not trying to say you should go become like a Buddhist monk, but I think you need to acknowledge when you're getting certain messages. I think you need to acknowledge certain signs and synchronicities. And my leg just popped back in place. That would be my base chakra. So I think that should be your advice for you. So yeah, focus more on the messages that you're getting to guide you through the physical realm, because the physical realm is the simulation. If I'm putting it in like Matrix terms, we are incarnated into this realm to serve a simulation that we have wanted to accomplish. And calling it a simulation, I feel like is kind of makes it feel worthless or pointless, because this isn't pointless. I mean, this is real. This is the real world. This is the physical world. I'm real, but we come down here to teach the soul lessons, because the soul can't learn lessons in the spiritual realm. When you're in the spiritual realm, you are energy that is just accumulated. You are accumulated knowledge. You are accumulated wisdom, and it's very hard to progress that knowledge without having any lessons to be learned. And that is what this world is. You throw yourself into this world where you are now allowed, or not allowed, but yeah, like you have the freedom to, you have free will now. So you have the choice to learn new lessons or make the same mistakes. And that is why we're here. So if you are in this material world and you aren't fulfilling that promise towards yourself, where you are here to learn, that's where you're going to have a problem. Because now it's like, why did you even come here then? Why did you come to the physical world if you didn't want to learn anything? You should have stayed in the spiritual world. You probably should have gave yourself a little bit more time before you incarnated. And that is how it works. In the advice, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, again, I feel like you're trying to manifest this person to give you some sort of love offer, or be your knight in shining armor, or to come back and, I don't know, show you how much they care, maybe? I don't know, I don't want to be cruel and say it's a waste of your time, but I think you should be focusing on you, is what I really think you should be doing. I think you need to focus on you. And, if this person comes back later in your life, then, that's good. But, maybe you're not ready for it yet. Maybe because I see there's just like a disattachment here. There's a lot of attachment. And I think what you should be doing is resting and recovering. And with that Four of Swords, instead of manifesting a person, I think you should be manifesting a better life for yourself, a more independent life, a life where you are the master of your world. Yeah. So with external influences or relationships, all relationships, not just romantic, these are all relationships. We have the Emperor, and we also have the Chariot. With the Emperor, I have the feeling here, you know, I feel a couple of things with the Emperor. I feel like with the Emperor, you know, the Emperor can have a bad reputation at times. He can have a bad rap because he's a bit, I mean, he's an Emperor. He gets shit done, you know? But at the same time, he can be a bit of a control freak. And I feel like maybe, I think, you know I've been saying that you need to take control of your life. But I think in the way that you're taking control of your life currently is not the way you want to be. I think there's a difference between intention and execution. And if your intentions are good but your execution is bad, well then you just did something bad. And if your intention is bad but your execution is good, well then now you're just being manipulative, right? And so you need to learn how to have your intentions and your executions be one and the same thing, or be matching, right? And what I'm getting from that is, I think when it comes to your relationships, I think it's like if you have no control, then you're gonna find a way to get control. I feel like an asshole. Sorry. And your confirmation card for this is the Chariot. And I think what the Chariot is asking you to do is to walk away from that, to walk away from the Emperor role that you have right now, and to find a more, because again, you still want to have control over your life. Try Empress. Empress is a lot cooler. Empress is also in control of her life. She is very abundant. She is softer. She is more loving. Yeah, I think that's what I'm leaning. Like, she's more loving. The Emperor is more cold. You know, he's colder. He's a little bit more rigid, and he's a bit more calloused. You know, he's old. And let me see if I can find the Empress card real quick. But yeah, but like, you know, with the, you know, I think that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like, you need to move away from that cold, calloused energy, and you need to go more towards an energy where you are softer, you're more abundant, you're able to create, you were able to live life in the flow. Yeah, here we go. Which one looks like they're having a good time? Let me ask you that. This guy or this woman? You know, that's just what I get from it. So I think you should embody more Empress energy. In the hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. There we go. So with the with the Queen of Cups, I think these are both hopes. I don't think these are any fears. I think you're hoping. I think you're hoping to get what you want. I think you're hoping to get your trophy, because her cup looks like a trophy, if you see here. And that is the only cup that looks like a trophy in all of tarot. So I think you're hoping to get your trophy. I think you're hoping for a more, I think also, like, in this card, you know, she's on the shore. In this deck, it doesn't show it that well, but she's on the shore, and she's, like, reached a destination. So I think you're hoping to get your trophy, and I think you're hoping to reach a destination, and I think you're working hard towards it. So that's good. Outcome. Gemini. Let's see. Let's see if we have anything. Oh yeah, Aries. So yeah, if you're in Aries, we definitely have the Emperor there. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, I have my book here. So we have, okay, so Death is Scorpio, but we don't have Scorpio in here. See, Strength is Leo. We have Leo. Oh yeah, the Lion, right? So we have the Strength card. We have, let's see, the Hermit is Virgo. We have Virgo. Emperor's Aries. We have Aries. Judgment. Judgment is, okay, they don't want to tell me what Judgment is. Really? Well, it says Judgment is Pluto, so I guess we could say that would be wait, right? Pluto, yeah, Scorpio. I might cut that out. Sorry, just checking more things here. Let's see, the Chariot. Cancer, we don't have Cancer in here. So yeah, we have Leo. We have an Aries. I just dropped that, give me a minute. Okay, sorry for all the pauses. I just keep dropping things, and I've also was looking at the astrological signs in association with the major arcana, because it's something that I haven't memorized yet. So the reason why I wanted to do that, I wanted to see which signs had the most energy in here. So it seems like Aries and Leo. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because with our outcome, we have the King of Swords, and we also had the Death card. And I wanted to see if we had any air signs in here, since we have, it's like, I don't know, I just got the feeling this was a person. So I don't know who this person is, but the only air sign we have is Gemini, so possibly a Gemini. Maybe it's not even an air sign. Maybe it's just someone who seems like straightforward, maybe a bit blunt. Maybe they are a very truthful person. Maybe they only work with truth. And yeah, so I don't know why, but I have a feeling, just a feeling. This could be wrong, I don't know. Sometimes with the King of Swords, I feel like it has to do with making a decision or a verdict or something, because, the King of Swords is very authoritative. He's very authoritative, he makes decisions, he's very mentally stimulated. And we have, and I'm just, why do I have to be the one to break the news? I just feel like this person that you're interested in or that you're holding on to, I just have the feeling that, I think, you might run into them, or maybe you're going to find them somewhere, and you might try to make your intentions known, but I don't think it's going to end up good for you. I think you're going to get hit with death. But the thing is, with a Death card, it's not bad. I don't even think you would want it if he or she, I say he because it's king, okay? If he or she said yes, I think you would just be repeating a cycle. I think you'd be repeating a cycle, and you wouldn't have a good time, and it'd probably end terribly. The Death card, it's yes, is it scary? Yes, is it getting rid of all your foundations? Is it doing all that? Yeah, it's kind of scary. But the sun is rising. The sun is rising from the towers of the moon. If you see it in the background, see the sun over the, damn it, hold on, I'm holding my cup of coffee. Right there. So, it's I think it'd be better if you made the decision for yourself, so you don't have to go through the pain and sorrow. Tell yourself now that it's done. Tell yourself now that it's done. Not coming back. Can't go back to the past. Can't keep mourning the death. Can't keep holding on. Even if you tell yourself you're not holding on, subconsciously you are. And allow yourself, because like in the future you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good period. You have fortune after difficulty. You have the Ten of Cups. So like it's like after you do a little bit of soul searching, after you have a little bit of introspection, you're gonna find what is going to fulfill you, and it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. You are gonna fulfill yourself. You don't need anyone. So, you know, everything's gonna be okay in the end. Everything always works out. Listen to the divine. Hear the messages. See the signs they're trying to give you, because they're trying to point you in the right direction. And you may be fighting it now, but I don't think you should be. So, let's throw some cards here and see what you should be focusing on. What should this collective be focusing on so that they can fill their own cup and have fortune after difficulty and not have to go through pain and sorrow? Let's see what we get. Okay. Hey, we got Empress. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a decision. We have the Lover's card, which originally was called the Choice. It doesn't always have to do with love, but given the circumstances. We also have the Empress, Six of Cups, and the Moon. So I will show you these cards now, but I just need to cover some of these up. So, the Lover's card. The Empress again. Body that Empress energy is what I told you. See? The reading agrees. Six of Cups. Turning point, cooperation, innocence, nostalgia, and the Moon. So, this is what I'm kind of getting from here. I'm going to look at this as, when it's 4 cards, past, present, future, outcome. So in the past, there was definitely a decision that had to be made in love, or maybe you had to choose somebody, or maybe you chose something else, or maybe you chose yourself. I'm not quite sure. But it seems like that decision has already passed. That time period has passed. And now you're in a time period where you should be embodying Empress energy. You have to be. That is what's going to make you successful. I think Venus is in Aries right now too. If you're in Aries, Venus is in Aries. Take advantage of that. Because if you can see here on that little heart stone, there's the Venus symbol. So take advantage of that if you're in Aries. So in the future, what's good here is that these are both major arcana, so it seems like it's going to happen regardless, even if you fight it. And in the future, you're going to have a turning point, some sort of nostalgia, you're going to be working with somebody, or maybe something is going to be, like, life is going to become softer, life is going to become more innocent, life is going to feel like a child again. You know, you're gonna feel like lighter and brighter if you let this go now. And you're gonna be forced to let this go regardless, is what I'm kind of getting from this. Like, regardless, you're gonna be forced to let this go. The divine is gonna be like, you can fight it all you want, but it's gonna continue moving in a different direction than from where you're gonna be going. So even if you fight it, if you try to hold on longer than you should be, there's going to be a point in time where you're going to be forced into this Empress role. And when you are, once you embody it, you're going to be feeling a lot better. But outcome, overall, how you're feeling in general, is just the Moon. Like, you're feeling like nothing is quite clear. You're kind of going down the path in the dark. And you're trying to balance your domesticated and your wild side. That's what the coyote and the dog represent here. Or the wolf and the dog. Yeah. And you're coming out of the water. You're coming out of it. And that's why it's so scary, because you were in the water the whole time. So you're coming out. You're coming out and you need to embody this abundance, embody this flow state, you know? Yeah. And I think you're gonna have a much better time if you do that. So let go of this Lover's card. It is dead. It is done. It is over with. That ship has sailed. It is gone. Unfortunately. But that's just how life goes sometimes. Life is just a story. And sometimes the stories don't go the way we expect them to go. So, yeah. Your next new opportunity, new reality that you're stepping into is a reality of abundance. It's a reality of flow state, making everything easy, making everything great, attractive, nice, right? Softer. And it'll be it'll be a much softer period of time for you, especially with the Six of Cups. You know, it could even feel nostalgic. It could even feel like you've deja vu, like you've been there before. Yeah. So let this person go. They are going in their own direction. You're being asked to go into your own direction. Are you sure you want to know that? I got the message in my head where it's like, well, was it meant to be? Is that really what you want to know right now? Is that really what's going to help you heal? Or is that really just going to continue to hold on to the attachment? If it's meant to be, it will come back. If it's not meant to be, they're not coming back. It's that simple. So, yeah, that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Traveler in the Void.